Welcome back, folks and friends, to another episode of Farming Simulator 2013. I've gone ahead and done some things while you guys weren't watching, which are harvest all of this potato field. Then I went ahead and sowed some corn. I went ahead and cut all of that off. So I've got lots of corn as well. And now I went ahead and did lots and lots of canola in all three of my fields. And we're up to the final field right now. As some of you guys might have noticed as well, I finally learned to attach some trailers. Thank you to each and every one of you that did help me out with that. It really did help me out a lot. So I'll tell you what I've learned and what you guys have taught me, which is that the Krone Emsland, the Kroger Agroliner HKD 302 and the Crampe Big Body 500 are the only ones that you can attach to each other, which is a bit weird, but that's okay with me. The Krone Emsland and the Kroger are extremely difficult to drive because they've got two axles and the front axle moves about, so they're pretty much impossible to reverse with. At least for me. You have to realize I am pretty special in terms of reversing vehicles. I've got no idea how to do it. But the Crampe Big Body is the one that I chose. It's got a little bit less volume than the Kroger, but it only has one axle, so it reverses pretty much like a normal trolley as you'd expect. So that's why I went ahead and chose that. I went ahead and spent all my money pretty much on that. So, and also, I gave back some of my money for the loan, so I'm not going to be wasting as much money, even though it's not really that much a day, when we're covering much more than enough money with our solar collectors, because we've got two of them as well. But apart from that, not much else has been happening. We're just going to go ahead and check up on our harvester, because he's going to need a bit of help right away. Let's go ahead and wait. We should shift back. There we go. I sort of have the tractors memorized in which order they come by as well, which is a bit awkward. That's when you know you've played the game a bit too much. But at least I know when to tab back and forth. Let's go ahead and try to fill this. As you can see, I also have a weight. So thank you to Mark of the Verber again. I think it was Chris Wood or something like that that told me about the trailer, and he was top comment last episode. So if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have known. And thanks for telling me about also the weight on the front of the tractor. Even though we're carrying trailers and you wouldn't think it'd be a bit lopsided, but that weight still adds a lot of difference. It makes a lot of difference because we can drive a lot faster now, and I'm talking a lot faster with the barrel. So you're all done? Yep, fantastic. So my goal for this is to have about, I'd say 8 or so trailers. And this episode, I'm going to go ahead and split it in a couple of sections. Let's go back to, wait, this vehicle. There we go. That's the one we want, and we're going to move him out. So yeah, this episode, what I'm going to be doing is, before I show you my PDA, guess how much this massive field that was fertilized of potatoes gave us a harvest of. It gave us, I guess, 500,000. I was way off. 192,000, almost 93,000. So that's a lot of potatoes, and that pretty much the harvester pays for itself with the great demand of potatoes for 2 times. That's pretty good. Almost, not exactly, but almost, which is really damn good. Just one harvest full. So that's nice. What else has been going on? Not much. I've got corn as well. So what I'll do is I'll cut the episode now. I'll go ahead and sell all of my stuff off, which I'm expecting will be about $800,000, and we'll be back with some brand spanking new toys. And hopefully, the goal for this episode is to at least get, no, we don't want a front loader, to get the Case IH Steger 600. Well, no, the Quadtrack, sorry, not the Steger. The Quadtrack. Also, I have been looking at the Schluter. It looks so different compared to all the other different tractors. I thought I might buy this. Gives off a lot of power as well. It's a high level, like, save energy at a high level. To be honest, that doesn't really look like it would save a lot of energy. It seems like it would chuggle up the fuel or guzzle it all up. But apart from that, I think I'm just going to go for the Case IH Quadtrack, and we'll wait ahead and see on some other things. I'll go ahead and speed time up once we harvest this canola field, and then I'll need to get a really good plow. I'll go get this one, and we'll buy the rest of these fields and create one massive field, because supposedly we can plow over these roads, these ones. So until then, we'll see you later. So around 30 minutes later, we've finally delivered all of our crop, and we're up to the final little stretch. we're going to be delivering canola in 3 trailers, and then we have barley in the last one, so I wonder how this will work out. Hopefully we'll be able to just tip it. Oh, there we go. And these actually don't tip from the side. Some of you guys said that the only tippers that can be connected are ones that tip from the side. This is clearly not tipping from the side, but it's cool nonetheless how it opens up. So I guess we just have to do this to all 3, well, all 4. So we have barley as well. I'm going to deliver barley at the end as well because it's not really worth driving around too much. I'm playing at 120 times speed as well, just so we can make some cheap, easy money off our solar collectors. They've more than covered it, like the expenses for them. But as you can see, canola is pretty much selling for nothing. And look at the great demand for potatoes. $1,173. That's nothing. It's pretty much what you expect for potatoes on a good day. On a really good day, that is, but still. Okay. So that gave us a heck of a lot of money, which is fan-diddly-astic. Now, unfortunately, the thing is, with this actual vehicle, or with this snake of trailers, is we can't use the menu to spawn them all back into the garage, into our main farm, because that way they'll all be unattached, which is very, very sad. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to drive back there, so I'm going to have to edit it once again. And now we've made it back to the farm, so it's time to spend a little bit frivolously. Let's go to the Case IH Quadtrack. The reason I'm just going for the Quadtrack, there's no real performance difference, it's just that the look. Because we have so many tractors with wheels, let's go with some with Quadtracks. So we'll still have about $80,000 left over. Fantastic. So here we go with our new toy. Let's just spawn it back. Where is it? Do we see it drop? Oh, we don't see it drop magically in midair. It's a bit unfortunate. Let's just run over there. Thought it'd be a little bit bigger. It's not as intimidating as I thought it would be. Nice. Okay, so what's this at the back? No, it doesn't have a front load or anything like that. I thought this was the front, this bit, but clearly it's not. This is the front with the little stop signs. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. I don't actually think we can attach anything to the front though, can we? Let's see how fast it goes. Let's just get a good run up. It's only going at about 26 miles an hour max, so it's not too impressive, I've got to say. Let's see if we can attach something to the front, such as a cultivator. That'll do. I don't think we'll be able to. It would help if I could drive properly. No, there's the attachments. Doesn't seem like we can. Wow, what a waste of money that is. Wow. How about we go back to the shop? Do the pictures look any different in terms of the front? No, they look exactly the same, pretty much. Alright, so I guess we don't really have that much of a choice. So let's go ahead and... well, we've got $85,000. What I could do is go ahead and pay back a lot of my loan, not all of it, but most of it. Or we could go back to the shop and see some other things which we could buy. I'm not exactly sure what we should buy. The front loader, there we go. This one, that's 132. What about the best cedar or saw? How much does that sell for? Where is it? Sewing machines, 155. So we're still a long way off. That's 9 meters width. Okay. Well, I guess there's not much else to do apart from let's repay our loan. Okay, so we should be pretty much paid. Well, it says not. Oh, well, that's how much we've paid so far today. It should be a lot less of the loan that we've got to pay back now. It's only $25,000, so and that's okay with me. Now, let's go ahead and find our sower, which should be right over here. If only I could trade with you guys as some of my trailers, because they're unnecessary, but I'm not going to sell them off, because that'd also be a waste. Now, that's a good question. Where is my sower? Unless I left it somewhere over here. I don't think I have. There it is. There's one of them. My other one would be here as well, wouldn't it? Yeah, there it is. Alright. And that's the one thing why I should keep them in my garage, just like in these little sheds or huts. so then I know where they are. But I don't think many of you guys like me driving around too much, so it just takes so much time of the episode, just me putting things in garages. That works out for the best. So we are going completely the wrong way. We're supposed to be going this way, all the way over there on the far side of the field. In the meantime, I have gotten my new microphone, but I still can't use it because it's made specifically for the Xbox, and well, it's actually made specifically for the PlayStation 3. But I will be able to record and all that good stuff and hear my voice and record and listen to music on my computer with a special, it's not really special, to 2.5 or 3.5mm cable. So that's coming in the mail as well, because I needed to wait for that. It's coming from America, so it might take a little while. After all, I do live on the other side of the earth. Now, let's go ahead and, this is what I'm going to do. Should I do potatoes over here? Yeah, you know what? I'll do potatoes over here, and we'll bring this guy over into those other two fields, and we'll go ahead and sow some wheat. We haven't done wheat in a long, long time. In the meantime, some of you guys also mentioned that we can attach the baling machine that we currently have to our harvester. If that is the case, then thank you so much for telling me. Let's just quickly see what we need to press to fold this up. There you go, you get rid of the PDA. Should be able to make it through here. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it's all good. I wonder if we'd actually be able to traverse over mountains a lot easier with this. We should, but you never know with this game. You never really know, especially with the sower, this sower actually. That's supposed to be a fertilizer, but it doesn't even fertilize, there's no space for it. What a bunch of assholes. Because when I was selling all my stuff, I sold like obviously a lot of canola. Let's see how much canola is selling for. I sold, they gave us, oh that's pretty much nothing anyway. Really, $2,200? Okay, that's literally nothing. So I'm not worried about that. Let's unfold this, but they gave us a great demand for potatoes after I sold pretty much all of my potatoes. I think I still have a little bit left, but we'll leave them there. Let's go hire a worker. See how he does his thing. So they can only go at 9 miles an hour though, can't they? Bit of a shame. So how about we go to our harvester, try to find our baler, which should be back in my homestead of Hagenstad. So yeah, we planted a lot of corn over here as well. Corn, let's see what we've actually got in our silos left over. Got a bit of corn and a little bit of potatoes. So I could deliver them, but yeah. We'll wait for a rainy day. Like the potatoes now, they are on a great demand and they still aren't selling for all that much really. Actually no, it's already over. Because we're playing at 120 times speed, so we get a lot of money. Loan, $154, that's nothing. Hopefully we'll be able to squeeze through here. Nope. That ain't gonna work. Okay, we have hit a problem. Due to my shocking driving, we're gonna have to do this. Yep. Oh, alright. You both came back? Oh, no, you... Oh, I don't have harvesters on, that's why it didn't come back. Alrighty. Well. And looky here, we don't have our baler here. It must be all the way over here on the cow pastures. So, while it's there, let's bring it back. There we go. Magically chopped down in front of us. So I'll also show you how I go ahead and attach all these trailers. It's quite an ingenious thing, but I think most of you guys already know how to do it. But in case there's some of you that don't know how to do that, I can easily show you. Now let's see if you guys were in fact correct. No, I didn't think you could do this. I swear this is what one of the comments were. I can attach my baling machine to my harvester. Oh, oh right, I can. Oh wow. So you have to like pretty much go right inside it, but that works really well. I never knew that. Okay. Well, thank you so much for that. I would have never guessed in a million years. Oh wow. I get easily amused, clearly. That's really handy though. And it goes pretty much right beside it. That's very, very handy, especially since we're doing wheat. Oh wait, I'm sowing wheat, aren't I? I just derped up real bad again, didn't I? Are we sewing it? Yeah, we are. Oh well. What can I do? I really got to remember that. Got to implant that into my brain. Now that windrow is getting in the way, but we'll have to make it do. What else is there to do? Not much, apart from get this guy. We don't have that much money though, do we? How much canola did I have? If any? None. It's corn and potatoes that I've got. So I'm going to disattach you. And thankfully they're all still together, which is great news. But I'll go ahead and plant some potatoes over on this field. So we can harvest some potatoes next episode, which will hopefully also be up today. I will, by the way, if anyone is wondering, I will do the mod episode probably every fortnight now, because there aren't too many mods. There aren't as many mods as I had expected when I first did my episode, the first one, and they aren't really all that good. They're pretty much very similar, especially the ones on the Astragon website or the Farming Simulator website, the official one. So let's hire a worker. We're going to be losing a lot of money with this, because the hired worker does a lot of harvest or sowing. He does a great job, but he costs a lot of money to hire. Pretty much $1 every second. Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me. I was wondering, why am I not losing any money? And that is why, because we have not harvested. Or cultivated, sorry. It's a problem with potatoes. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. So our harvester is... Yeah, I think I really should actually start putting all my things in certain places, shouldn't I? What the hell is that? Over here. Is that a washing machine? It doesn't look like a washing machine. What is that? I thought it was like a robot. Look from far away. With like its hands or something. Alrighty, back to over here. To our cultivator, wherever it may be. Somewhere on that field. Meanwhile, if it's on that field, I should tell it to come back. There's the sower. Unless I completely missed it. I doubt it did. Okay, I'll see where it is. Actually, I should bring it back. And potatoes also have 5 stages of growth instead of just the normal 4 of normal plants. I think it's the same with the sugar beets. And supposedly sugar beets, I think this actually might be a glitch. That's not supposed to happen, but you can't hire a worker with sugar beets. I'm not exactly sure why, but that would just be painful to do. So let's just drive our way to glory. Thank you. I do want a bit of money just so I can show you guys how to attach the trailers for this episode. But I don't think that's going to happen. So it's off to some more cultivating. Imagine once we get, like, probably after this harvest, I'll have enough money to go ahead and buy those 2 other fields. And that'll be crazy. Start to work. Very nice, let's get it out of the way. Let's run over here. And let's check both of those fields. Yeah, so this could be a massive field because there's a road and we can still extend that. And yeah. Even though it'll be a bit hilly, like a real farm, you can't have flat ground every time. 57,000, and this should cost about 43, I'd say, which will be $100,000 all up. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's under $100,000 that we need. You're not necessary for anything. How's our wheat going? Well, you've done 1 row. You're doing nothing. And you're stuck, which I had expected. So let's unhire this worker. We're going to have to put away the ridge markers and reverse our way. You know what, let's try to push this windrow with this machine. I think it'll work. Let's get it well out of the way. Alright, I think that's good enough. And hey presto, there we go. Go back onto this ridge marker, line ourselves back up with it. Off we go. Thankfully our ridge marker has gone in the right direction. There's the wheat that's grown at 120 times. So that'll grow a little bit quicker, but I don't think it'll be too patchy though. They'll go ahead and do this field with wheat as well, because we do need wheat, because what I've noticed is that the supply and demand actually is starting to really affect the crops now. We've played about 48 hours of the game, so 2 days worth. But as you can see, canola is only selling for about as much as we'd expect barley on a good day. So canola right now is quite bad, even at the inn. At the inn, sometimes we've got $2,400 a ton. Now it's about $1,000 less. And that all adds up once you're talking about massive tonnages. So that's something to keep in mind. Is there any way I could make some quick money? There is. There definitely is. If I go back to the shop, let's try to think about selling some stuff. Like, I don't need this guy. And I don't need you. Alright, I'm just gonna sell that. And I will sell... No, let's keep you. Just at the time being, at least. What else don't I need? I don't need... Alright, let's sell this. Because we're not doing missions, they're just wasting away. And we'll sell the Kramer as well while we're at it. I know I could drive up there to the shop to make more money, but that'll take forever. And I'm not keen on driving with the Kramer anymore, especially with all our new machinery. So, now what it's time to do is go back here, go to Tippers, and then buy some big body 500s. Buy one of them. That's good enough. Alrighty, and we'll spawn it back. We'll spawn our tractor back. There we go. Alrighty. So this is what we do. Instead of having all of these attached and reversing all of these into this one, what you do, I think most of you guys know this, so I'm probably sounding like a little child that's explaining the obvious. But instead of attaching all these, so this one's the last one, the one that we have right now, is you go ahead and attach this to the tractor, and it becomes our first one. I think most of you guys knew that. But it took me a while to figure out, so I can't possibly be the only one. And there we go. Now we've got 5 tippers attached. Which is a lot of tons. How much is it? It's almost 100,000, probably about 90,000 all up. Actually, it would be exactly 90,000, wouldn't it? I think it would be. Very nice. Actually, no, it's 5. Okay. We're about 87,500. I should go ahead and pick up these eggs. I do apologize for their sound. Not much we can do about that. Let's get the egg right on that little pole. It's always there. We can always count on it. Okay, so. That rooster is one lucky rooster indeed. He's the only male and then the rest of the females. So there's 57 females. No, not 57. That's how many eggs there are. How much chickens do we have actually? That's a good question. Alright, and there's another thing that I did want to buy. So I'm going to have to sell, you know what, I'm going to have to sell these. And I'm pretty sure that these have a little bit of canola in them. It's only a little tiny bit, so I'm going to just sell them. Alrighty. So, now that we have that, so what else I wanted to buy is, I wanted to test out, no, none of these mods, the placeable objects. Now this was added in the Platinum version of Farming Simulator 2011, so I haven't really explored too much of this. But they do seem rather interesting, and they do seem rather difficult as well. You need to add water and manure, so it's a bit like cows, to be honest. It's a bit, I don't know, burdensome to be exact. So let's see, what should we get? Tomatoes, lettuce, or herbs? The herbs looks interesting, so let's go with the herbs. And we should place that. Let's find a nice place. We shouldn't really place it in someone's property, even though that's ours, Can we get rid of the trees like this? No, we can't. Okay. Let's place it here, like on that hill. Hopefully it doesn't look too ridiculous and it's not floating in the ground. Oh, we can zoom in. Okay. No, I don't think it'll float in the ground. Like, inbuild it into the ground, which is nice. So, let's do that. Okay, we planted that. Let's go back. And now what we'll need is you get water by doing this. And this is, go to the miscellaneous, go to mobile water tank, I'm pretty sure. Buy that. You can refill this mobile water tank with stagnant water and use the water to refill your greenhouse water tanks. Okay. So that should help us out. Now go to a tractor that we don't really need. Let's go with this one. Even though it is a bit top heavy, so let's get rid of the weight. You've only got 13 litres as well. We should refuel. Even though we've been playing for so long, we haven't needed to refuel with you for ages. So that's kind of decent. Now, time to go over here. And across the map, they're all scattered about, I'm pretty sure. There's these little troughs, and I think you have to reverse into it, or you can reverse into the river, which spans halfway across the map. But I do know, I'm pretty sure there was one of these little question mark icons that told you you could just drive up to one of the troughs, and then you'd be able to fill up your water tank. So hopefully this will work, as I expect it to. Yes, I know I need to fill this implement first. That's what I'm trying to do. So here's a water trough. Aha, there we go. We have the option to refill it. So let's get rid of this. Press R. Okay, and slowly filling up with water. I guess it's a infinite water source supply. Oh, but it's costing us money as well. Didn't expect that, to be honest. Okay. So now we've got to go over to the greenhouse, which is somewhere over there. There it is. You can sort of see it. I'm pretty sure we can also go inside it. We still don't have any beehives, but beehives are meh. Well, shit, we didn't even check how much money we are expecting from this. They all do the same amount of money, so they're all exactly the same. We'll buy one of each. That's our goal. So they give us $160 an hour. That's the max income. That's if they're completely satisfied. And I wouldn't be too surprised if you can only give a certain day's amount of water, which isn't good either. It's like with the cows. In 2011, it was so much better because you could just mass spam the cows with grass. And that was a lot of fun. So you could just spend an hour cutting grass and then giving it back to the cows. There it is. Okay. Now, how exactly we deliver this, I'm not exactly sure because there's steps. And the water trough is right over here. First world problems, I'd say. No, that's not going to work. How about we get out? Let's actually go inside it. I'm going to have to figure this out. But let's go inside. Nice curved steps. Oh. Automatic doors. Cool. And nothing's growing inside just yet. Ah, maybe that's a water tank. I doubt it, but we're going to store the water and manure somewhere. Okay, so maybe this is the water tank. And the... Okay, water and manure. And what's that? That's just rain fertilizer just there. So let's go back over here. Let's try to reverse where this thing is. You guys are already struggling just to cut that little hill. Okay, so there we go. Oh, and the plants magically grow. Oh, and it is timed, okay. So we can only have about 2,000 litres of water. Okay, it's exactly 2,000 litres. And with the manure, I don't think you can have liquid manure. So let's just check that out, how that'll work. Because I'm not exactly sure how to get manure, unless you need to give your cows maximum feeding things. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, we've got a crap load of liquid manure, but not manure. So I'm not exactly sure how we turn liquid manure into manure. Maybe there's some special machine, or maybe the cows just have diarrhea and we're supposed to give them a proper diet. I'm not exactly sure how that'll work out. Let's go to you, because you're all done. And I'm going to assign you onto this field now. To be honest, I think this tractor's a waste of money, to be honest. There's nothing really to it that's too special. I'd much rather invest in something that's... What are you doing? Jeez, that's weird. Okay, we left a massive gap, but okay. I told you to do the whole thing, and he's like driving more and more to the left. Or to the right, at least, because he's driving that way. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So I have all this done, and this is just going to be perfect for all the potatoes that we're going to be having, because this has a lot more storage than the largest trailer, and we're just going to keep on attaching different stuff. But I think that'll be the end of this episode. The goal for the next couple of missions or episodes is going to be this. We're going to be going for nothing else other than the harvester. That is the Krone Big X 1000 forage harvester, because that'll be perfect for all these trailers, because we should be able to attach all these trailers to the back of it, and we could pretty much just mass spam cornfield and everything will be done automatically for us. So I'd want to see how that runs and works out for us. But apart from that, I think that'll be an end to this episode, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back.